you've got insurance to drive it, ain't you? Yeah, I have, but I don't really fancy it. So this has got to be, I mean, I've been in a lot of cars, but this has got to be the quickest thing I've ever been in. Like, my head still hasn't caught up yet. It feels like I've got lemonade on the brain. 986 brake horsepower with the, you know, with the hybrid battery. Unbelievable. Like, so from 70 mile an hour when you put your foot down, it's accelerating like it's 0 to 6. Come and have a look at this. It's a Ferrari, it's cool. And it's content. But it's full of carbon.
What's happening here then, Len?
You see that natural transition?
What have we got here then, Len?
This is a Ferrari. Sorry.
Hi guys.
I bet you don't know what it is, do you?
I haven't got. Is it an SF something or other?
SF90.
Yeah.
What did I just say? 986 brake horsepower. So right, it's nearly 1,000 brake horsepower.
Really?
And my head hasn't caught up yet. It's the fastest thing I've ever been in. Unbelievable.
What quicker? I'll tell you what the fastest car that I've ever been in. McLaren 720S.
He had one, tuned it. This.
Really?
Yeah. This is. I've been in a 720S, and this makes that feel like a Morris Minor.
I was a passenger, and I literally grabbed. I was.
Yeah.
Well, I was
just
screaming.
I just tapped out at a certain speed for legal reasons. That speed was 70. Yeah. But yeah, I like it's.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've never seen one before.
No, it's literally full. Look, carbon everything.
That looks comfortable.
This.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it?
But I'm a Lambo guy, and I said, like, I'm Lambo bring the drama and.
You know what though? When they brought out the Pista, it kind of took that step into a bit more rawness, a bit more Lambo-esque.
Yeah.
Before it was all smooth and refined. I mean, Ferrari drivers, you wouldn't modify this, would you? You wouldn't modify it. No, you just don't. No.
Well, I mean, yeah, I was playing a map in it, but nice.
No.
Yeah, I mean, Ferrari drivers versus Lamborghini drivers, you just don't.
You need
don't
to
get
know.
tuning from stuff like this.
You need to know what you're doing with a car like this as well. I mean, you can pedal, and I can see that you can pedal, but I mean, it's dry. He's had an hour and a bit drive down here, so the tyres are really, really warm, and it was still spinning in the dry all the way through the gears.
All the way through?
All the way through. Yeah. Like,
I don't even want to go in it.
You know?
Actually, I am not interesed at all.
He'd be just
because
scared.
I would get scared. Yeah.
I did.
I'm not a great passenger. I'm not a great driver. To be honest with you.
So yeah,
anyway, we've got a fine specimen of a Mercedes here.
There's no need. My diesel commuting mobile. Yeah, it's cool.
Quite lovely. It's like the cutouts.
Yeah.
Oh, design queue. I look at cars and I'll look at angles, and I've got this real cool idea for our next Range Rover Sport, right? And I saw it on, like, I'm not even going to tell you what car I saw it on because it's the most shit car ever, but I've got this real cool design idea for the rear bumper off the back of a shit car. So when we release that, you'll be able to say, I've seen that on the blah blah blah. So
yeah, that's that. So I'm going to go and dip my head in some cold water now to try and.
Anyway, more importantly, are you buying anything? Dan, do you know where the power cube is? Can you go and grab it for us? So
you're going to break that. You're going to stop being frustrated. Stop being frustrated because you can just break it. This is what he does. Did I ever tell you about the time he had to buy a whole Land Rover Defender because he dented the door? I told you. So was that a day before Goodwood? Wasn't it? Look, he's still going. A day before Goodwood, driving cars in and out of the old building, and one of the doors wasn't closed properly, so it swung open and smashed into the side of the shutter. But that was our
Who drove it
show
into
car.
it? Was it me?
Huh?
Was it me?
Yeah, and you were doing exactly the same thing. He was like impatient and frustrated, so he was driving too quick.
I wasn't impatient, somebody didn't shut the door, so when I went backwards, the door flew open and went into the bar.
Driving too quickly, impatient, erratically, and door flung open. Obviously, didn't have another 110 in black, so he had to buy a whole new car, nick the door off, and got it fitted.
I would be really excited about this, but it don't fit.
Is it meant to go on the outside or the inside?
No, so it looks
Power
cool.
Cube.
Right, so this is our new Power Cube, which is a name that I just literally
I think it sounds
out.
stupid.
Yeah, oh, you think it sounds stupid?
It's a bit. Do you know what it sounds like? A dishwasher tablet. The new finished Power Cube.
You know what? Right? Can you do a slow? Can you laugh again? Right? Can you do a slow motion of this with a scar on his face? Because he actually looks like Blofeld, the Bond villain. Anyway, back to serious business.
Yeah, the Power Cube sounds like.
Can you repeat that a few
It sounds like a new finish. Like, you know, they come like dishwasher tablet, some new 3D.
You finished?
I've done, yeah. This is R&D stuff, so you're going to be serious and I'm going to mess about.
So far, nobody has done a square daytime running light for a car.
Right.
We've got a square daytime running light for a car.
Yeah.
And it's actually...
The Power Cube. Can you like edit some like...
So this is supposed to go on here, yeah? So
Yeah.
it bolts in.
Yeah.
And the tolerance in here, because this is obviously DRL, fog light and position lamp. And this is supposed to slot in there. So when it goes through,
Right, okay.
it's neat, isn't it?
Nice.
Once this is finished in gloss
Looks
black,
very OEM.
it does.
Yeah.
That's the way I design, sir.
What a guy.
But the problem is, obviously, just here.
So what do you think?
You know what? I actually look. You can see. I think it must be heat in transit, or
Right.
something like that. So I'm gonna have to take it down.
So it's meant to go out.
Slide over the top. So the problem is when you make something and you make a mould, the easiest way to make a part is with a left and right opening mould. So when you shoot the plastic inside, it shoots the plastic, the mould opens. But if you've got this here, it's got a lock on the return. So there's no way that you could shoot that and get the mould off from left to right because it would knock on here and you wouldn't be able to get it out of the mould. So you make it in two pieces. And am I giving you a lesson here, aren't I?
Yeah, no, I'm genuinely, it's interesting.
You're genuinely interested.
Genuinely interested.
And this is the reason why you make like two parts of the mould. So this will be made as one and it will slide off from left to right.
You just think this is somehow warped?
Oh, it's just warped in transit or something like that. And then this will slot onto here, and then the factory will like do a heat plastic weld. So they'll heat it up so the two plastics fuse together, which will hold this part on here. And then from the front, you won't see anything because the light will just slide through.
I know I joke about R&D and stuff like that, but that is actually quite interesting.
It's quite clever, isn't it?
Yeah.
We do try. But this is gonna basically be finished in gloss black. The Defender front is not the kind of, it's not like an it's not like a Range Rover Sport or a Vogue where we change the whole bumper. Because it's got its own character at the front with the DRL lights, we just thought this was fitting just to change the two side intakes and put obviously this new light in, which we sort of named the Power Cube, and now I'm being mocked for it.
Power Cube.
Okay, what else would we call it? What else would we call it? Scarface.
Cyclops. And that hurts now as well because I picked it this morning and now it's hurting. Right, yeah, what should we call this? Because I think it does sound like some kind of washing tablet.
Yeah, so we'll call it the Cyclops. It can't be Cyclops because there's one on either side. Yeah. But anyway, I like the joke. We got to take this down to Magic Mike to fit up on a car.
Magic Mike? Magic Mike. Is that new? I didn't realise we were calling him Magic Mike. He's a good-looking geezer.
Tall, good-looking geezer.
He hasn't done his hair
I'm not seeing him with his clothes off like Magic Mike, but I don't want to either.
No, right. Let's talk more action.
Magic Mike makes magic happen with the new part.
There we go.
Magic Mike.
Cool. Because I know this is running all day and all the time and stuff, but I haven't actually 10 metres from my desk. I haven't actually come and had a look at it.
What's the time?
2:25
I've got a meeting with VW at 2:30.
Right.
So.
Okay. 5 minutes.
So we've got to be fairly quick. What do you need to know, Lenny?
I don't need to know anything.
This is a printer, and it doesn't print on paper. It prints real things. And you know what? It's like Toy Story. At night time, they come to life. So we started with an Automaker printer. We did have two, one's died, it's being fixed. They're okay.
It's not a Tesco value one compared to that.
No, not really. I think Justin explained it to me. That's like a Macintosh, so it's really, really expensive, but not that great.
Oh.
And this one's like a Windows, where you get more bang for your buck. Am I right, Justin?
Why was everyone mocking me about my Windows computer then? My Windows computer is
but you're running Windows 8. I shouldn't really promote that.
No, XP. Yeah.
When was that from?
That's what I mean. These the tech boys.
Yeah, you don't want a new
absolutely
one. The new
mocking
one
me.
messes up. The new one messes up. So we're running a new is it Raise 3D?
Yep.
Yeah, Raise 3D, which is our new 3D printer, and it's got a taller span on it.
Well,
so
this is what I just asked you. So that platform goes
all the way down to the bottom.
You've got that much space for bigger.
Yeah, so rather than printing in multiple sort of like things and gluing them together and you lose a little bit of detail, we can print like a full side of a rocker of a car or a wheel arch in 2 parts rather than 5 or 6. So it makes much more sense to invest in this, and we probably will invest in another one as soon as they bring out the bigger version and the wider version, so we can, what we'll probably do is print the whole, not the whole, but maybe the front 3/4 of a bumper, because we made another £60,000 mistake the other week with a bumper that we went to pattern, and I made a mistake and messed it all up. Yeah. So that's nearly
my wages are a bit short this month then.
So that's nearly £200,000 over the last 3 or 4 years. I shouldn't really gloat about that, but
no, you got to show the losses and the wins.
Yeah,
not
so
everything's going to be.
We do make some mistakes. Well, I make some mistakes. And
Justin, is it all files then? Can you find me stuff if I want something printed? Easily. Yeah.
What do you want printing?
Don't.
More hair. 3D printed hair. It's the same material.
Yeah, fun.
Yeah, I've got to take this down to see Magic Mike.
Right, let's do it. I'm fully involved. I'm invested in this R&D stuff. I'm trying to show a little bit more enthusiasm because this is the product I sell. So
well,
I need
you either got a great poker face or you was actually genuine.
No, I'm genuine. I'm being absolutely genuine. This is interesting stuff.
What relevance does that have to our video?
Tea cakes.
Yeah, I know, but you didn't even say anything about it. You just go. Weird, though.
I wonder if they're 3D printed.
Marky Mark, I need your help. We got the latest revision of the front piece. Now, I think the front piece is good, but in transit, I think the back piece has got a little bit like melted and disfigured. Yeah, so I don't know whether you've still got the old black piece from the last one, but if you look here, look, it's not enough tolerance to get over it, so we might have to heat it up or just trim it for now.
Franco update. Just got this from the wife.
Yeah, I think they've just made a mistake on that, but it slots in backwards, so that goes in there with like a riv nut, yeah?
Playtime.
What?
Nothing, sorry mate.
Yeah, we might have to. I'll tell you what, before we break this, because this is so expensive.
I'll just Dremel that out a bit.
Yeah, if we put that on the car first, because all they've done is, you know where it was too thick at the sides just here? Yeah. They've basically shaved this down and put like grooves in there so it goes in easier. So we've got to get that Defender out and try again, because I've got to sign off on this pretty pronto. Yeah, so in short, once we sign off on this, it normally takes around 6 to 8 weeks to get the parts, like full production parts, because we'll sign off on this, then we'll get a pre-production part, which will come through, we'll get 2 or 3 sets. We'll then test fit that, just double check it's okay, and then they'll go to mass production on it. So that's why it takes probably 4 to 6 months to get something like this up and running, so time is of the essence. Right then, that's it for this week. This fits.
Good.
We're happy.
Good.
Mark's happy with the fit.
And this?
Well, it's up to you guys. Is it the Power Cube? Is it the Cyclops? Is it the One Eye? I don't know. It's a square DRL for the purposes of marketing. It might be something cooler, but we'll come back to you on that. See you next week.